Hey everyone, this is Blackbinder, and welcome back to the Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. Last time we left off, we started the game by dying and then resurrecting, following a huge statue of Adra that is apparently inhabited by a god named Eothas. Now, Barath, I think, which is one part of the Pallid Knight, I'm not sure, has tasked us with finding and stopping Eothas, which we kind of have to anyway because he's got part of our soul in him. So, we wrecked our ship on the coast, and now, the Defiant, and now we are looking to get it fixed, basically. Don't know how we're going to do it just yet. The spirit's voice warps and shifts, muted as if by a great distance. Even so, he grins brightly at you. Now, we are a watcher. We can see dead people, so that's what this is.
I can't see much of anything, really, apart from you. Just endless gray. What happened?
The ship ran aground in the storm. You died.
Storm? That's strange. You'd think a man would recall a storm. It's like someone cut away a part of my memory. There's just this big black hole. It's weird. I thought death would be different. Big light and so on. But I don't see anything at all. Just you.
Bareth charged me with guiding souls through the afterlife, so I suppose you're my responsibility now.
Oh. Suppose that sounds nice enough. I'll follow you then, shall I?
Don't you dare. Stay away from me. Nah, come along then. The spirit falls into step behind you, radiating cheer.
Still seeing ghosts, huh? I suppose you're stuck with that.
Oh, here's another one. Who is that?
Hope the rest of those sodden bastards made it.
What sodden bastards? Wait, did I just pickpocket a ghost?
At least my leg don't hurt anymore.
Alright, some copper and ale. Ale, I'll probably just end up selling it. It's +2 constitution, -1 dexterity. I really don't use the food effects in this game, really. Small shield. Actually, let's check out what Adir has for equipment. He's got his Saints War armor back. That is decent split mail, I think. But it gives you second chance, which brings him back to life once per encounter, I believe. Yeah. And then the Night Market Amulet, Secret Worship, +1 religion and +1 stealth. Not going to be very useful, but we'll see. See, what do I have for armor? Base armor rating 7 and 5. However, we're going to put this on because if you look, this has a recovery time of +20%. This, where is it? This one has a 35% recovery time. We don't like that. What is this? Saint Draga's Skull. We're probably not going to be using, I think this is a backer, like a backer reward, and I'm not going to use them just because it seems like I don't like using them my first time through because they are a little overpowered in my opinion. Cloak of the Obsidian Order. We'll put it on. Doesn't do anything. And I like cloaks. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. What else do we have? Fire kelp, water, rope and grappling hook, beakhead. Grants a pet-wide party effect of +1. Grants pet party-wide effect. While beakhead is following you around, you receive a bonus to intellect. And your party also gains a bonus to the sleight of hand skill. I don't know what that means, but sounds like stealing. Don't need that. Let's see what weapon Adair is using. A saber. If these were really good in the first game, I think they actually got nerfed. But we'll leave that on him for now. Obviously, a dagger is not going to be better, so well, maybe. Nope. Alright, Potion of Minor Healing, he's gonna get it. Well, no, he's already got 2, so let's give that to me. Alright, Alt is Sneak. I keep hitting it because I want to, it's Tab. Tab highlights the stuff on the ground. Combat attack results. All characters in the game have 4 defenses against attacks. Yeah. The attack roll is a random number between 1 and 100, to which is added the difference between the attack's accuracy and the targeted defense. Accuracy is less than If accuracy is less than defense, the attack roll suffers a penalty. If accuracy is greater than the defense, the attack roll gains a bonus. A higher final attack roll is always better. 0 to 24 is a miss, 24 to 49 is a graze, 50 to 99 is a hit, and 100 plus is a crit. A miss has no effect. A hit has the standard listed effect. A graze does less damage and has a shorter duration for like debuffs. A crit does more damage, has higher penetration, and a longer duration for effects. So, you want a crit, basically. What was his accuracy? Looks like 130. That's weird. No, I don't know what it is. I don't know what that means yet. But it died quickly. Grab some blood moss. And then let's go talk to this guy. Maybe. Yeah, we'll go up there later. I'm just gonna have to pick a direction. I don't want to go the right way first, is the problem.
Spy! Magran here! My flame burns yet!
Durance, is that you? What level are you? He is level 1 again, so I guess they just the statue affected him too. That's how we'll play it.
Is that you?
Eld Ingram appears to be in sound condition, though his waxed jacket is soaked through. He appraises you with bleary-eyed amusement.
You woke just in time for the fun. Fighting off motherless raiders one moment, flung into the freezing depths of Andra's bosom the next.
Ingram's eye twitches as he flashes a smile notable for its extraordinarily absence of teeth.
Aye. Magran learns us poor bastards that a little excitement's good for the heart.
Magran is the bitch or slash whore god, so she's mean to her followers and her followers are mean to her, basically. The last Magranite to travel with me almost went mad because of his goddess's trials.
Aye, but almost mad ain't fully mad. Ah, old Durance. The goddess shan't forge another like him in our lives, Captain. There's nae getting the ship back underway without repairs. Yonder road inland seems the best chance of that. You want to be kicking some of the corpses before you go, see if some cry out. We need a crew if we're to set sail. A fine way to stretch your legs after such a long sleep, I'd say.
Ingram's eye twitches again, the lid drooping as he nods in affirmation of his own wisdom. You're still drunk, aren't you?
Yes, kindling watcher.
His beard provides some cover for his smile, but his eyes twinkle playfully. Any idea where I should start?
Honoring by the Defiant. Worth spying on, just in case someone weren't cast from the deck onto the strand.
Shouldn't you be helping?
Oh, but I am, Captain. I pray for the dint to test ourselves anew against the pirates. We'll nae let them slip away a second time.
I'll go see if I can find anyone else.
I'll start a fire.
He nods enthusiastically.
Right proper fire to thank Magran for all her trials.
Alright, so we don't want to go inland just yet, which is apparently this bridge. Let's go back over here and check. Somebody was yelling, he said.
Stab that.
Alright.
Mind the boars, Watcher. I can't hold them back.
It is good to
see you well, Watcher. I believe the boars were hoping for easy meat.
Chitupek greets you with a relieved nod and checks the pistol at his hip. I wonder if he'll join my side now.
The bosun, Beadle, is in that cave over there. Ran in after a boar. Stubborn old dwarf.
So why are you out here?
I was able to calm one of the boars with a spell. For a time, at least. By the time I was through, I had lost sight of Beadle. I remained here, hoping he would return quickly. He has not.
I'll look for Beadle.
I will make for the campfire. I must get this pistol cleaned if it's going to be of any use. Be careful in there, Captain.
Will do. I'm glad I saved you, because you're really repaying the favor here. Abilities. Nah, I'm good there. I know how to use abilities. I wonder, they are per encounter now, right? Where is it? Costs 1 bond. Ranger and animal companion abilities require and consume bond on use. Outside of combat, a ranger's bond is restored, ready to be used in the next encounter. So yes, we can use that. Let's go ahead and use it then. What I want to know is if I can use Wounding Strike.
Understood.
If I can use Wounding Strike with my ranged attacks, because it's a rogue ability. I don't know if rogues are usable with ranged weapons or not. I think they were in the first game, but I can't remember for certain. Sea Cave. This is where Beodol went, I think. Boars have a pretty nice setup here. Got the whole beach to themselves and a waterfall. It's a good thing they didn't fix the load times. I'm glad they didn't. Alright, stealth. I know how to stealth. I just don't like it.
First to head this way.
I like fighting.
I prefer something with a little more stabbing. Ah, I see you.
Alright, what do we got here? A cannon shot? I'm guessing that's for our boat. Yep, it's for our boat. A torch and a heart and hardtack. Let's have you... No, you can't, can you? Nope. He doesn't have... I would have to put it instead of his shield, and I don't want to do that.
I'm here.
Even though it would be nice to have a torch in here. Light up the place a bit. Cave Beetle. 33 deflection. I don't know what that means yet, but we will... I'm just looking to gauge it for future encounters.
Please stop poking me.
What do you have for skills? Knockdown?
Yeah, sure. Could be a fight.
Let's actually pull him back.
I'm here.
Well, don't see why not. May I be a candle in the night?
Looks like trouble.
Keep it down.
Ha! I stealth right beforehand and he crit. I wonder if that's a, I wonder if that was because I stealthed or not.
Let's get started.
Nope. He hit that hard anyway. Which is funny because skeletons are usually resistant to arrows.
Don't see why not.
What are these? Larva? Just sell them. Chitin leg, chitin leg, carapace.
Sure.
Got a pistol. A medium shield. We might actually use that. What's this one do? 8 deflection, -4 accuracy. 8 deflection, -4 accuracy. Well, this one looks cooler.
Yeah? Well, don't see why
Easily
not.
done.
Got a warhammer. Small forms dart swiftly between the coral below. So fish. Is that Beedle?
Well, I'd prefer
Hopefully
something
not.
stabbing.
I'm taking everything for selling purposes. What saw me? I don't see anything. Oh, a sea bat. No, you get back from me. Get away. Alright, Visage of Death's Herald. Use your watcher powers to gaze through your target's eyes deep into their soul, temporarily frightening them. Let's do that since he won't leave me
For
alone.
the queen.
There we go. And that little arrow right there, that means he's engaged with Adair. Filling up your bestiary is what gives you, or your bestiary, that's what gives you experience, not necessarily killing the monsters. So you can't just farm a ton of bats. Once you fill up the bestiary, you can't get any more experience from them. I don't know if I like that or not. It's the same as it was in the first game though, so.
I'll see to it.
Could be good, could be bad. At least it wasn't overly distracting in the first game. Alright. We want to go down farther. We still have more to explore up there, but we'll figure it out later. The waters here glow an eerie blue, and the cave glistens with reflected light. You can just make out an opening in the cavern wall to the northwest, where the water flows onward. The tunnel seems to extend a short distance before turning sharply, but you cannot see where it leads. Send someone to scout ahead for air pockets. Haha, you've got athletics. Success! Adair sets out at a good pace, cutting through the water with confident strokes. Nearly to the far side of the tunnel, Adair finds a space to come up for air. With a place to rest along the way, the swim should be more manageable. So +1, I guess. It gives us +1 to our athletics check. Air pockets provide a much-needed reprieve as you make your way through the cramped waterway. You make short work of the journey. You come up into what appears to be another smaller cavern where sunlight streams in from an opening in the stone. So is this going to get us to like a cliff area? Valario's Rest? We'll probably come back in there, so. Yep. Is that Valario?
Told him not to bring that thing in there. Didn't like the look of it one bit. But no one daren't speak poor of his precious animancy tech.
The ghostly figure paces the length of the small outcropping with quick, deliberate steps, muttering to herself all the while. Her long cape flaps with a wind that blows from the in-between.
Special gift from his contact, he says. Now it's acting all weird. Gives me the damn creeps. You feel it too, right? Like it's looking straight through you?
She turns piercing purple eyes on you. She shakes her head and resumes her pacing.
Came out here to get away. Couldn't stand it staring at me anymore. Then... Oh, my memory's fuzzy. Anyway, you want a Benwith's? Haven't seen you for, but he's been bringing all sort of new folks on lately. Can't hardly keep track.
We're gonna do this one. Is it perception? Yeah. Looks like the rocks here did a number on your boat.
I think I remember something about a boat. Yeah. And some screaming.
My intention is to get her to remember what happened to her so she doesn't get all violent.
Look, maybe we should stick together. Feels right, you know? What with you being the only other thing around and all. I can give you a hand with, spirity stuff.
Stay with me. I'll find a way to return you to the wheel.
I tell you, mate, I'd take anything over this endless grey. Even Rimagon's frosty arse crack.
I think Rimagon is a god as well, the ice god. Yeah, god of entropy, cold, winter, bad luck, famine, and natural disasters. The spirit tries to give you a friendly pat on the shoulder, but her hand passes right through you. Unperturbed, she grins and walks along behind you.
Show me.
Seems no worse for wear. A foul, briny stench rises from the sodden crates, their contents rotten, so... What is that, a stun bomb? What does this do? A simple device designed to create a sudden burst of light and sound when detonated, stunning and frightening targets in the area. Accuracy versus fortitude. The damage is accuracy versus reflex, and the stun is versus fortitude. Fortitude, like fighters will have usually high fortitude. Reflex, that's obviously like rogue people. But really the damage isn't great. It's the stun that we want. And a 4.8 second stun, that's crazy. Although this time around, it seems combat's a bit slower than before. Let's see, where are those stun bombs? I see no stun bombs. There they are. We'll use them. I'll try to use my consumables more often this time. Last game, I really kind of saved them as best I could. And then I ended up, they weren't useful anymore. Especially the traps. The traps just sucked. Swim through. Which is unfortunate, because I had a lot of traps. In the first game, I don't know about this one, but in the first game, when you disarmed a trap, you got it in your inventory. Traps. Holy cow, that's a lot of traps. Traps and other hidden items can be discovered while exploring. A character's ability to discover tied to their perception, and their disarmability is mechanics, so.
Is this a dagger I see before me?
Now, in the first game, you could get quite a bit of experience for...
Still alive and calling everybody scabrous, I see.
In the first game, you got quite a bit of experience for disarming traps, especially in the beginning.
Well, now we got a bosun. Just need a boat.
I always used to say boatswain. I don't... Like bosun, it's spelled differently in Borderlands. I didn't know that's how you pronounced it.
There. And I see that corpse we've been carting around is looking a slight more sprightly. Good to see the two of you, but mind your step. I've got myself in a spot of trouble. Been trying to find a way past without losing a leg or getting a face full of poison.
You're afraid of a few snares? Set off the traps prematurely with heavy stones? Nah, I can take care of the few traps.
They sting something fierce, so mind yourself.
His portrait looks familiar, but I don't know who that is.
Stab that. I'll see to it.
Yep, 42 experience. And we only need, yeah, 1,000 to level up, so this is awesome. Decent amount of experience. In the beginning of the other game, there was also a crap ton of traps right at the beginning. Just gave you a bunch of experience. Alright, you've gained an item, Corrosive Cloud Trap. Let's, how much damage do these do? 13 to 20, but it's an AoE and it immobilizes them. And our accuracy, I think, is tied to perception and plus 10 from marked prey, but I don't have marked prey. Like, I have to use it on somebody. Huh. Who knows? Maybe it's doing it because I already cast it? I don't know. What do we got? Flour? Nope. Rice. Negative 10% damage taken. Wow. That will be good throughout the game, actually. There is another trap.
Well, I'd prefer something with a little more stabbing.
A breastplate. We don't want to give that to Adair, even if it is better accuracy, because he's got second chance on his armor. Maybe we can give it to this
Would've been
guy.
a sorry way to go. Caught up in a dead pirate's trap. It's just bats and stinking corpses in this cave. You find anyone else?
He gingerly sets his weight on his injured foot, grimacing. We've got a campfire going
I'll
on the
head
beach.
that way myself. See you on the beach, Captain.
Bunch of ship people and no fighters.
Show me.
Thought sailors were hardy folk. What the heck is that? A rusted copper construct. Why has he got two, you guys see that? Up top, he's got two skulls on it. I wonder if that is like their rank. Like how hard they're supposed to be. So let's do Mark Prey. And then try to do a wounding strike. Yeah, I can do wounding strike. Even, wait, did I do it? Yeah. Because I can cast 3 powers. That's what these little numbers are. So I can do actually wounding strike without having to worry about range. That's awesome. You knock him down. You hit a button over hit a button over the skill, and it'll, as long as it's not taken for something else, it will set that as your hotkey for that button, or for that move. Missed. Awesome.
Watch my hands.
What's a metal killing machine doing out here by himself in a cave anyway?
I think
Collecting his thoughts?
maybe that's the animancy tech that ghost was talking about. Animancy's like soul binding, basically, and you can make constructs with it. You can do a bunch of shit with it, but that's one of them. Stilettos, those were very good in the first game.
Oh, I see your plan.
Don't remember why, I just remember that they're good. A dozen paint... Oh, I think they do penetration, or armor penetration.
About as good as it smells at this point.
A dozen paintings, mildewed and worthless, line the wall amongst broken bottles and rotting wood. So this used to be a smuggler's cave, it looks like. Scroll of Fan of Flames, we can't use it, but we'll keep it for a wizard that we eventually get. This is going to Adair. Alright, Adair, where are your lockpicks? I want these. How do we use these again? I don't know. Maybe it just uses them every time I go to pick a lock. Alright, this just gives me, it's basically a Ring of Protection +1, but it doesn't give me armor class. It just gives me, basically, if you've ever played Baldur's Gate, it gives you saving throws. It helps you resist negative effects better. No, I know how to level up. I don't want help. Alright, Adair reached level 2. 1 active skill point and 1 passive skill point. 1 new ability for fighter. Alright, 1 active skill. So our active skills, let's see what they do. Alchemy deals with the natural and supernatural properties of plants, body parts, and gemstones. It affects the use of all drugs, poisons, and antidotes, generally increasing potency and duration, so makes your potion stronger. Arcana covers knowledge of... This lets us use scrolls. Athletics, we already saw this at work. He was able to swim where we couldn't because he had better athletics. Adventuring is tiring work in addition to the hazards of mortal combat. Adventurers have to have walls to climb, rivers to cross, and pits to leap over. Once per encounter, characters with athletics can use the Second Wind ability to recover lost health. A higher athletics score increases the effect of Second Wind. In conversations and scripted interactions, yeah, we know that. Explosives, bombs, noisemakers, and similar devices. He's got 2 in that already. That would be... So we want to give our bombs to him, I think. Sleight of hand, whether you want to lift a few coins from an unsuspecting mark or plant. Incriminating evidence or worse. That'll be my main guy, I think. So let's go ahead and... I want 1 in alchemy. No, let's do athletics. I want to get athletics to 4. That way his Second Wind ability will be a decent heal, and there's no doubt I'll have someone for athletic checks. Now these are for, I'm fairly certain. Okay. These are for scripted events and or dialogue checks. So I don't need to go through all of them, but survival, in the last game it was an active skill, but now it looks like it's a passive skill. We're just gonna do what he already has. Let's get Streetwise up to... We'll keep Streetwise and Survival at the same level for him. Otherwise, I don't know what they do. I mean, it says that... It gives a description, but... It's just weird because Survival gave you extra hit points or something in the last game. Or did something, I don't remember. Alright, passive abilities and active abilities for Fighter. What is this? No. Disciplined Barrage. Aware for 15 seconds. What is that? An accuracy bonus? Plus 5 perception, and 50% of your grazes are converted to hits. That's really good for a tank because you're going to be grazing a lot because you are focusing on tanking abilities, not fighting abilities. And concentration. Concentration can be gained through spells. Blah, blah, blah. Each point in concentration that a character possesses will prevent a single interrupt effect from being applied, so stops him from being interrupted, which is nice. Mule Kick, a powerful attack that knocks enemies into the air before falling prone, leaving them disoriented. No, what is this? Monistic Unarmed Training, we don't need that. What is Stride? Just out. Stride represents how quickly a character can run in combat with higher scores covering more ground. Could be useful. Gain an additional weapon set. We don't need that. What is this? Constant recovery. Oh yeah, this is the fighter ability. Plus 5 health restored per 3 seconds for 45 seconds while in battle. Basically, lets them regenerate in battle for a little bit. We're going to do Disciplined Barrage, though. Now that will help him... Empower. Let's look up Empower. That'll help him on the harder bosses actually get some hits in, because I'm gonna beef up his defensive stats for the most part until he's a good tank. You can now empower your abilities or yourself. Once per fight, you can use Empower on an active ability to make it much stronger. Alternately, you can use Empower on yourself to replenish a portion of your ability resources. To empower an ability, click the blah 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 blah. Yeah, we know how to empower. Click this, and then click this. Alright, level up, engagement. I don't need to do... screw it. One of your characters has been engaged in melee. If an engaged character moves away from the character engaging them, they will provoke a disengagement attack. An interrupt, such as the fighter's knockdown, can break engagement to allow a safe exit. Some abilities, such as the Rogue's Escape, allow a character to get away without provoking a disengagement attack. Now, here's the problem with disengagement. The people you want engaging are your fighters, or your tanks, right? Well, your tanks are going to have crappy attack scores because you're focusing them on defense. So, enemies can just run through their engagement. It doesn't because they do so little damage compared to you, the AI weighs the damage they would do with their disengagement attack versus the aggro you're creating by doing damage. So it was basically not a decision in the last game. It was just, oh, they are engaged, but they can't do any damage, so I'll run by them anyway. That's why I don't like engagement. I actually turned it off in the last game. For a while, anyway. One of the updates killed the mod that I used to take away engagements. But it's still fun with it. I just prefer it. Like, if I want to kite an enemy around, yeah, it's cheesy. But if I want to do that, let me do it. A revenant.
Killing someone? Oh, please.
I think these skeletons are actually using pistols. Either that or they just... Yeah, they are. Okay. Alright. Lock difficulty 2. Trissow's mechanics 2. Party assist 0. Alright, lockpick cost 1. So, it costs lockpicks based on our mechanics versus the lock difficulty. So, I guess if we have the same amount, it only takes 1 lockpick. That's pretty cool, I guess. We are going to wear that because recovery time 0 and it still gives us some armor. Not a lot, though. It is very poofy. Oh wow, it's actually not even much worse than the leather armor.
Well, I prefer something with a...
Guess it's a good thing we got mechanics. A waterlogged note. Still no sign of Benwith. How much longer are we gonna wait? The wet's already ruined half our take. And get your stinking construct under control. It's been hanging out by that crystal. I swear it's been giving me the eye. Alright, anything else? Let's grab the coral over here. And then head on out. Cave coral. I think we got everything, did we? Yeah, we did. Alright, let's head on out. Looks like at one time this might have been a passage. But looks like a landslide happened. Alright, I'm moving a lot faster now. I have fast mode active, so... I really wish it didn't say fast mode active right there. It's kind of annoying, but oh well.
Should have known you'd come out of this in one piece, you old crank.
I'd rather die than let you savor the ship's last drop of ale.
Alright, we're not going to talk to them yet. I'm sure that's what we're supposed to do next, but I want to check out this entire area because they said somebody was yelling. It's probably Baedil and Chitupek, but I want to be sure.
Supposed to be a light?
Alright, I guess she doesn't want to come with me. Did we not loot these? I could have swore we looted these already.
Easily done.
Salt? What does salt do? It's for crafting, I am sure. Alright, now they said something about a guy yelling over here. I wonder if we weren't supposed to climb up here until we got that notification. But nope. Okay, so still nothing up here. Let's go talk to him at the fire. A lot of people really liked those little, like, choose your own adventure portions of the story in the last one. I really liked it too. Alright, we got a sword. I'm not gonna put that, I'm not gonna use that over the saber for Adair. Spark crackers. Let's go to our stash. Distracted for 15 seconds per 1 second? What? That doesn't make sense. Distracted for 15.8 seconds per 1 second. Alright. Okay, what is distracted? -5 perception and flanked. Flanked gives you accuracy bonuses against them, I think. Alright, see, now this lasts longer on him because he's got more explosives or intelligence or something. But for some reason, he's better with that
Good news,
consumable
Captain.
than I am.
I found some supplies must have washed ashore. Even better. I've located some spirits. The mundane kind, I mean. Nothing that requires your talents, Watcher.
His eyes twitch and twinkle into light. Do you know anything about this island?
Here. I ken that much. Means we're a sight better off than we could be.
Kith are just the humanoid races, like Amoa, dwarves, and humans.
Of course, it's surely pirate territory. They have a number of bolt holes out this way. I'd nae be surprised if that cave up north is one of them. Could be they lie in wait for us, even as we speak.
A twinkle in his eyes belies his foreboding tone. How many, like, I'm focusing way too much on this guy's eyes. Have you seen any other survivors?
Not a one. Come away from this one limping, Captain. But we live to see the next battle through.
What do you think we should do now?
Just the lot of us now, Captain. You'd best head into town, see about supplies and repairs. I'll keep an eye on the ship.
Sounds good. We gotta level up.
Suppose we are lucky to have
Oh
found
wait,
land.
I already had a level up. I'm a dummy. I just forgot to use it. Alright, alchemy. That's good for now. I want sleight of hand, just in case I want to steal from someone. I'm going to do mechanics and sleight of hand with this guy. Also, bluffing diplomacy is what we're going to want to use. Because I am a diplomat in most of my games. I just can't bring myself to be a dickhead to people. Okay, at powers 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, we get new wizard abilities because of our rogue subclass. What is the next one? Ooh, mirrored image. That would be good if we were a melee person, like a rogue usually is. Plus 30 deflection for 60 seconds. Choose an ability for one class only. Okay. We can do escape. That's a really good one. It's more like a teleport. It's not really like an escape. It's more of a teleport. Alright, backstab self. Nope. With weapons against 2 meter distant targets. Now, less than or equal to 2 meter distance targets. So, we could get close with the bow, but we're not going to do that. Defensive roll. When critically hit, immune to engagement for 2 seconds. So, if we get crit, we can immediately run away. Fast runner, no. Monistic arms training, no. Arms bearer, no. Okay, so we don't want any of this just yet. The ones with the lines, we'll probably have to take them just to get access. We're probably going to want to do escape, so we'll see. Wounding shot. Deals 20% weapon damage per 3 seconds for 6 seconds, so it does an extra 40% damage. Alright. Do I want... Hold on. Do I already have sharpshooter? Plus 1 penetration with ranged weapons against targets that are less than or equal to? Or is that greater than? Okay, so we get plus 1 penetration if they're close. But we get 15% more crits. Not quite, but let's just call it that. If they're more than 4 meters away. Negative 10 deflection, that's fine, because we're not going to get hit. And plus 10 recovery time, that kind of sucks. But that's okay. Recovery time isn't specifically attack speed, because ranged weapons are separated into 2 different. It's like reload time and recovery time. And the reload time is the big part. So this plus 10 recovery time isn't a big thing, I don't think. Recovery is the amount of time... Recovery is the amount of time that a character spends between actions. Most actions will cause a character to enter a brief recovery afterwards, though some may have a shorter or even no recovery time. Armor has a large effect on recovery. Generally, heavier armor inflicts longer recovery penalties. So, sharpshooter, that's just our subclass, I guess. Let's see what these are. These are going to be our pet bonuses. Don't really like that, but that's okay. Vulnerable targets, there's a bunch of things that can cause it to be vulnerable. So sneak attack could be useful now that I think about it, but I don't remember exactly how. So until we figure out how to make something vulnerable, I'm going to avoid sneak attack. Resistance to intellect afflictions, resistance to perception afflictions. Okay. What is resistance? Okay, so he will automatically downgrade any affliction by 1. From intelligence or perception. Resilient companion, maybe. +2 armor rating. That's not very much, but I think that's what we're going to take. Yeah, I think we're going to do the armor rating. No. I need this one first so I can go down here. So I need this one and then escape. We'll do this one first, though. Wounding shot. What is this? Just portrait mode.
Is this a dagger I see? I'm on it.
They warned me strange things would come following you, Watcher.
What a mess.
Do you know anything
Nobody
about
even
this
helped
place?
getting to find off we got turned around in that storm. Hard to be sure just where we are.
What do we do
Not
now?
much chance of us moving the ship on our own, but we're in charted waters. There's bound to be a town nearby.
How do they know we're in charted waters? Just been here before or what? Oops, I never looted the boar and his body rotted away. Alright, addendum added, stranded. The Deadfire Archipelago is a very big word. No wonder they didn't put it in the actual title of the game. It just says Deadfire. I think archipelago means a group of islands, which would make sense because that's where we are, on a group of islands. World map. This is a bit different. Before you could only click on, like, you had certain icons you could click on and you automatically went there. I think we can actually move around. Awesome. I was hoping that was true. I saw a picture of it and it looked like they were moving around, so. Hard tack. I don't know what that means, but we don't have our boat yet. I'm imagining once we get it, we'll be able to go over there. Alright. We can't cross there, so we are going to have to go into town. I wonder if there are secret events on the world map. Okay, so we know Port Mage. That's, let's just say Mage. That is the Valerian Trading Company's place, I think. The Valian Trading Company. In the distance, you see a simple wagon. The angle at which it rests on the road, one side jutting above the other, suggests that it has been damaged or disabled. Even from your vantage, you can make out kith milling around it. Let's sneak closer. We're not going to have a lot of sneak chances later on because I'm not going to raise it, so we might as well do it now while we can. As you near the cart, you can make out a group of red Saren pilgrims in rough spun linens and cottons. Raid Sarens. A single draft horse stamps at the ground impatiently as two of the pilgrims argue over the front right wheel, which seems hopelessly stuck in the mud. Raid Saren was the first time Eothas came back, I believe. Raid Saris was his name. And the Raid Sarens followed him. Alright, or the people who followed him were called Raid Sarens. Approach openly. Let's just... they're not bandits, so... One of the pilgrims notices you. Her step back draws the attention of the others, and a man in well-worn gambeson steps forward. The weight of deep concern hangs on his face. Did the dreams bring you here as well? The other pilgrims look at you with a mix of apprehension and hope. Dreams? We are farmers, come from Raid Saris to work the colony fields here. We're believers all to the one in the light of Eothas. So... they were following Eothas before when he was Raid Saris, and now they think they're following him again. The other pilgrims nod fervently in agreement. A woman with a smiling baby lifts the infant's hand to wave. We've been having dreams. 3 stars sailing through the sky, piercing the black of a storm cloud. Figured it must be him, Eothas, calling to us, so we came here, to the place we saw in our dreams. The pilgrims look around, matching their sleeping memory to the present. What? The pilgrims look around, matching their sleeping memory to the present. Okay, so matching their surroundings with their dream? I don't know. We saw the giant pass with 3 stars on his brow, but he sighs and gestures to the wagon stuck in the mud. Sad to say, we could not follow him. Wheel stuck as stuck gets. None of us are strong enough to lift that corner up to get something under it. More than one of us tries, and we just get in each other's way. The other pilgrims nod and stretch, suddenly remembering their aching bodies. I am more than strong enough to do that. Inspect the wagon. Let me take a look. A brief inspection reveals that the wagon is undamaged, but the wheel is stuck fast in the mud. We have some wood the old man says as he gestures through the back of the wagon. If we can get the wheel up, we can slide that neath it. Inside the wagon, you see several planks of wood. A small box of valuables sits to the side. One of your younger Dawn Stars looks at you, eyes wide. Reckon you can lift it? One of the younger Dawn Stars. Attempt to lift the corner of the wagon or attempt to steal the strongbox. We are going to help and lift. Oh, definitely me. 20 strength, man. You square yourself. Reputation, we already know what that means. You square yourself to the wagon's corner, squat deep, and rest the wheel from the mud with a grunt. A young Dawn Star stands in shock for a moment, but reacts in time to thrust a thick board beneath the wheel. It takes the better part of an hour to lay down a safe path for the wagon to roll free of the mud. You and the Dawn Stars you've roped into your work glisten with sweat, but they laugh happily, singing songs of praise for Eothas. So 15 strength, I guess that's what it took. I'm going to say strength instead of might a lot. Sorry if that annoys you. 2 hours passed. Smiling, their leader presses a small pouch of coins into your hand. We appreciate the help. Without you, who knows how long we would have been stranded out here. They begin to repair their wagons as you take your leave. You have gained an item, 15 silver pfennigs, so 15 or 6 copper, I guess. That's what they're worth. The item was put into your stash. The old man calls out to you as you go. Take care of yourself and your soul, traveler. Whether you came for Eothas or not, we know in our hearts that he has come for us. It said it took 2 hours in the last game. If your characters could get tired if you traveled without resting. Alright, we don't want to go there yet because we need to shop and get a bunch of stuff before we actually go exploring. So we're going to leave exploring Port Mosh for the next episode. So please leave a like or comment below if you like what you saw, and feel free to subscribe for more full Let's Plays like this one. I'm really enjoying the game so far. I love everything about it, but I'm also a fanboy, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.